Hello, my name is Nana Bellerud. I'm a very active member of Ikebana community here in Portland. I'm the director of Sogetsu Portland and a board member of Ikebana International Portland Chapter 47. Today's message from me is Ikebana is very accessible to all of you, no matter what. And I would like to show you some of the materials, techniques, and tools and equipment so that you can enjoy Ikebana staying at home. Ikebana has a very long history. We understand the origin to be ancient Japanese times where people believed that the divine spirit descend from the heaven, come through the mountain peak, high tree, and big rocks. So people put the evergreen sprigs to honor them. Then when the Buddhism came in 6th century, people started making flower offerings. But still that wasn't more religious then. In 14th, 15th centuries when Ikebana was established as an art form, mainly loved by aristocrats, samurai warriors, and wealthy people. Then it became more popular among people of all ages and ranks. But during the more modern times, the government, Meiji government encouraged women to take more cultural skill lessons. So Ikebana, among other things, became a cultural skill for desirable mothers and wives to learn in school, the girls' school. So now more women study Ikebana than men, but long time ago it was mostly men, monks, aristocrats, samurai, all those people. So now we have more women practicing Ikebana than men, but it can be enjoyed by everybody and anybody. Yes, so I will show by demonstrating too, but the Ikebana is a lot more, there are keywords, a few words, asymmetrical, odd number, a lot of line and negative space. While Western style flower arrangements are more flower heavy, bloom heavy, or more flower focused. So if you can compare, you can see that there are more branches lined, the space that's not filled, which is negative space in Ikebana, while Western style, a lot of flowers are quite packed. And they're beautiful, but very different styles. So they say that there are over 3,000 Ikebana schools registered with the Ministry of Education in Japan, but there are 3 large Ikebana schools, which is Ikenobo, Ohara, and Sogetsu. And here in Portland, we have 5 different schools. So Ikenobo, Sagago-ryu, Ryusei-ha, Ohara-ryu, and Sogetsu-ryu. So we have many choices to choose from for traditional style to modern style to enjoy at the exhibitions as well as learning. I'm originally from Japan, and when I was in Japan, I really liked all things Western. I played basketball, my major was English, and I like cakes and chocolate and things. But once I'm here in the US, my Japanese friends have always had a very interesting flower there. And I wouldn't say just pretty or beautiful, but more unique and very interesting. So I asked her one time, and then she was doing Ikebana, Sogetsu School of Ikebana, which is one of the modern school. It's more about, a lot about the self-expression, not just to bring nature to your home, but you put yourself into it. So that's why it was very interesting, unique. And I started taking lessons from her and just kept going. And that's how. And I do study in Tokyo at the headquarters and just be exposed to everything that I can get. Here I do demonstrations, workshops, and also lessons, as well as exhibitions. So lots of opportunities here. Now I'd like to show you how does one go about creating Ikebana at home. So there are some equipment and tools that I like to introduce. These are actual Ikebana containers. And actually this isn't really Ikebana container, it's more Western style glass bowl. And for tools, Ikebana clippers, hasami, but you can use garden clippers. And also it's really nice to have kenzan or pin frogs. You will see how it works. Or if nothing else, this little plastic container can easily be used for your Ikebana too. So it doesn't have to be these fancy Ikebana containers. And the size, it can be small, medium, or sometimes miniature. You can do that also. And I like to just kind of show you how I start. So now we are not getting flowers from our garden. So you get the flowers, but you can easily get them from grocery store. When you get them, this is how you can make their lives longer. Remove some of the damaged leaves and then cut underwater so that it gets fresh cut and then water goes up. And for Ikebana, it's very important to have line materials that we call, it's basically branches. You don't have to grow them, they're around. You just have to know what to look for. So this was the natural shape already. We can bend, but if you can find the one that's already cool, then why not? So in this container, I have kenzan inside. The branches, it's not as important to cut underwater because it's pretty sturdy. This is really cool with the wind. This, the really nice contrasting color, chrysanthemum, and this is flowering currant. With our school, our flowers are to greet the viewer or the guest, so it is to be forward towards you. And when they're sprayed like this, we call it a spray when it branched out, we are not too picky about counting them to be odd number. I mean, are you going to count the flowers or buds? It's hard to say. So we just look at the balance like this. So this is just some of the buds are coming, leaves are coming, early spring with the chrysanthemum from the grocery store. And this style is called the Moribana with the kenzan inside. Very popular style. So now, just a cylinder-shaped container. And these are Oregon grapes. Here. Again, I found it on my walk. And then we do some techniques to keep it in and have it in a nice angle. And we just think about the nature, but not only bringing the nature to home, but more about putting something else, is put it together, the combination of your material, container, and the mood, how you feel, all that combined. So that it's really you that's coming out, not just the materials. It's really nice red or brownish color with contrasting green. So this style is called the Nageire, throwing style. And then I would like to do some different kind, which is called this freestyle. And these are very typical traditional Japanese style Ikebana containers, but this, as I said, very Western. So what I found is this. We are very fortunate in Pacific Northwest to have this moss and lichen. And adding that is roses. It's wintry, but spring is coming. Again, these flowers all came from the grocery store, so it's nothing exotic. I didn't have to go to any special store. Maybe I have more, so why not? When the leaves are not very healthy, I'll go ahead and remove them. And then when the container is clear, I have to think about how it looks inside and not so crowded, somewhat organized looking. Everything should be intentional. Okay, this is my third piece, and this is a freestyle, and this concludes my demonstration part of it. And again, my message is Ikebana can be accessible even during the pandemic. Just gather some branches and get some fresh flowers, and then the rest is your imagination. So thank you very much. So we do have traditional and modern style of Ikebana schools here in Portland. So the best way to find what you like would be to go to Ikebana International's website. And there are sections that says Learn. Then there are different schools listed, and teachers' contact information is also listed also, so you can contact them. Or look at, if you're not even sure which school to go to gallery section of Ikebana International website, check all the pictures and then see what you like, traditional, modern, and then that way you can kind of decide what you might like. Ikebana is a way for me to express myself and get connected with people. And nowadays with the social media, I'm connected with people all over the world, and the common essence is Ikebana. So it's very interesting and inspiring and wonderful.